So this is the home page that you'll see whenever you log into Canvas, and you can see here that we have all three sections, the different sections that are meeting in this same space. And for today I just wanted to show you some basic navigation things, and then we will look more at some of the different ways that we'll use Canvas. But the main page you'll see whenever you log in is this page here, and if you scroll down you'll see that all the work we do for the semester is here in modules. That's where you'll get all your assignments for reading and writing, and of course uploading your coursework. There's a link here also to help you learn Canvas, and that goes directly into the Canvas Instructures website and gives you various video tutorials. You can also get there by coming up here to support and looking at Canvas video tutorials. The course syllabus is here. We'll look at that together in a little bit, and the important course policies about grades and so forth are also here. All the major paper assignments, and there are 4 of them, you can find here. And then stuff we use throughout the semester: editing, help, guidelines for issues like sentence fragments, comma splices, apostrophes, etc. There's help for that here. And then the format we use to do our papers, for presenting them and for citing sources within them. The guidelines for that are here in these MLA guidelines, and I'll say much more about this as we go, but today I wanted to give you a basic overview. Also, another thing is over here on the left. These are the things that my screen looks a little different from yours, but these are the basic modules that you'll see. The conferences, of course, is the one we're using today. Announcements, you can go back and see any course announcements that I've made. This is how you can track your grades, and how you can also find feedback that you can have on your papers, your formal papers that I will do online. This is just everybody in the course. This is the same link that's over here for modules. This is how I take attendance in the course, and this is how I have office hours, the chat. Perhaps I can show you that another time. So the main thing I'd like to do is just basically make sure you understand how to get started. So I'm going to click on modules. That takes us here to all the assignments that you have to do, and I've got 4 modules corresponding to the 4 papers that we do. I have them all out here, and you can collapse these when you're done with them by clicking here, but these basically take us through about 4 to 5 weeks. The first one's a little longer because we have our introductions to do. You'll see that there's this final response paper. That's the thing that we are headed towards, the major paper. That's what we're headed towards throughout the semester, and then here's how we get there week by week. So today is an introduction, and this refers to the basic work of the week as well as what we do in our online sessions. So many of you have already done this, but I wanted to show you, for those of you who might be new to Canvas, what you do here. Any of these things that have this little dialog box are called discussions, where you post your answers and post your work. This is a little icon that says this is a document that's in the cloud if you want to read it, and I have right here right now the intro and chapter 1 of our book, so that those of you who have not been able to get your book yet will be able to see this. And not get behind with the readings, but all our work is here for each week. And for this first week, I'll just show you this main one here. If I click on this, if I click on that, it will take me to that discussion, and then all you will do is you will come here. This asks you to reread the syllabus and the important course policies, and there's a link for it here that will take you to those. I'm asking you to write up any questions or concerns that you have, just starting with this statement: I've reviewed the documents and policies above and I understand them. The main questions or concerns that I have are, and the goal here is really just to make sure you're fully informed about how the class functions, and any questions you have up front get answered. So in order to do this work, first of all, let me say that I want you to work in another word processor, Word, whatever it is that you use. Word is the standard one that we upload our documents in, DocX, or you can also use PDF formats. So more about that also later. But work there, because this here where you're going to do your work, you're going to click on reply. This will give you a little text editor, but it's not a very great text editor, and obviously you can lose your work. So I'm just suggesting you work elsewhere and then cut and paste it here. Let's say I was working here. And if I weren't writing a lot, I probably would be okay. I just think it's best practice for me to actually make sure that I do it somewhere else and then work here. So you do your work, and you have to remember, make sure to post the reply. Okay, and then it shows you what you have there. If you haven't liked what you've done, you want to redo it, you just can come over here and delete. But that's the basic idea. Type your reply in, or sorry, cut and paste your response in by clicking reply. When you're done, click post reply. Okay. So that's the thing those are the things I think you need most to get started. And any other questions you might have, I guess one other thing I'd show you is that we have a calendar here. And when you over here, these are all the courses I teach, but I just have this one checked off. And you can come to see all the courses that you are taking, and then check off whichever course you want to see. You can see them all, of course, but I just have this one highlighted. This is another place you can go to see that things are, when things are due and what you need to do. So there's some redundancy in here. You don't actually need to come here, but some people like to see a calendar. Generally speaking, when you see the class, it will have over on the right side, mine has what I'm supposed to do, and that's grade your assignments, but yours will have the upcoming assignments for you. Now you can change these, sorry, not change these. You can do something to make sure that you will get notifications and not miss them. I suggest that you log into Canvas every day, just as thinking of might have homework. What do I need to do? You log in. But another thing you can do, just to make sure, sometimes people miss assignments, and I don't want that to happen. But you can come to this, click settings here, and then over here on the left you can click notifications. And this has a way for you to say how often you would like to be notified. Weekly, be notified immediately when things are due, send you a daily summary, whatever it is. Now you'll also notice I have this sent to my primary setting for me. Let me go back to home, is my email address through the college, allison.fernley@slcc.edu. This jumped out. I'm going to jump back in. But if I go to the settings again, and then I click on, let's see, is it over here? Yes. I can add any other contact method that I want. Email. Okay, I have already done my email address. It's not here. But let's say that many of you live in the world of texting, and so perhaps you put your cell number here and have it send you a message that way. Okay, so I've done this before, but I can't remember how I get that SMS email for that. But I think maybe just the cell number and then the carrier is all you need. This I'm not absolutely certain about, so I'm going to leave that to those of you who probably know much better than I do. All right, I think then back to home. That's again the page that will, well, it should. I thought it would take us to this. Clearly it doesn't. And the thing about this is that when you're trying to get your courses, I always want to click, but you want to just open it, hover over the right course, and then click. And then that gets you to the course you want to be working on. So I think that's basically what you need. Your mail will come here. Something that's a little confusing sometimes about Canvas is that all sorts of conversations that we have, things that I respond to on your assignments, etc., they will show up as in this inbox. That's one way they show up. And if I send you an email, either to the whole class or to you individually, and then I happen to send you another email or comment on something, the messages will get stacked up a little bit. So I'll give you an example. I don't think this student would mind. This is a student from last semester. What you want to do is, it should always show you the messages highlighted and let you know up here that you have a message, but you can see that if I scroll down through here, all the messages from the whole semester are here, and sometimes you will miss a response. So I want to make sure you understand that that's something that you can do, is just scroll down through the messages to make sure you haven't missed something. Alright, I'm just going to go back this time and hope it just takes me back to our home page. It did. Alright, so that's basically it for the fundamental navigation of Canvas. And if you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to ask now. And if you need more help, I can do more of these kinds of screencasts for you, but I think that you'll find a lot of help here via this support feature. Okay, thanks folks. Let's move on now.